Alright, welcome back to another lecture series by Firestarter Graphics and Engineering. Thank you for staying tuned this far. This is going to be part 2 of the cybersecurity testing journey. Excuse me. So last time in part 1 we went over kind of what I learned. I've gone over what I've learned in project management for pen testing. Now there's a lot more to project management than what I've just gone through. That's like bare bone basics. Remember, I've done years of project management with aerospace engineering and Lean Six Sigma, so that was just bare bones to kind of introduce it to the viewers who are curious about this and the beginners. So remember, this is a pen test journey for me. Like I've never done pen testing. Yes, I was a cybersecurity and network engineer, but during my schooling and during my training, I never got the opportunity to practice against some actual servers for cybersecurity. Mine was more of firewall configuration, router configuration, patches, policies, that kind of thing. I kind of want to say it was more like defensive, I guess, rather than offensive. So I haven't really had this kind of experience yet to try this out. And so I just wanted to record my struggles from a beginner so other beginners can watch it. So know that this is not a tutorial. This is not like, hey, this is exactly what you do. You're going to see me struggle, probably get upset and frustrated. Also recording at my home lab. So you're going to hear cats, birds, fishes. I don't know how you can hear fishes, but you are. Fireworks because it's Independence Day tomorrow, which is awesome. Favorite holiday. Anyway, okay. So I kind of want to finish up a little bit more with the project management of what I've learned, even though I already knew it, but how to relate it to pen testing and also to share with the beginners. Then we'll move into the virtual lab setup that I've done. So, okay. First off, right here. Now, in one of the slides that I showed last time, talked about the different initiating processes, the planning process, all this. And one of those little snippets showed something called a WBS. That stands for Work Breakdown Schedule. So let's see if I've got a pretty decent one here. Let's see if I go to CloudMaster, rockets to build. Let's go here. Do I have a WBS? I do. Okay, this is an example of one that I made. Let's give it a second to load. Okay, wow, it zoomed way out. So this is just one I was messing around with, but then I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do it in Excel. Actually, I did it in an open source program called Gantt project, and I'll discuss that here in a minute. So this is building a basic, not a model rocket, but a high-powered rocket. It's going to hit about 1.5 miles with dual deployment. So you have your ID number, then your WBS, and then the phase. So I have motor mount tube, and this is what needs to be done: start, end date, and then notes. The start and end date stuff really bugs me. That's why I gave up, because I'm like, I don't care about the end date. I don't really care about the start date. I just want in progress, to do, or backlogged. And so I created something else which is based off of it's called the Kanban method. And this is found in, does Six Sigma do Kanban? Yes, Six Sigma does Kanban, so does Iterative Scrum. It's just a nice way of doing things. So yes, I do use Excel. I don't use OpenOffice. I used to use LibreOffice. I think LibreOffice is great for personal use and for a lot of advanced things, but for aerospace, LibreOffice Calc cannot keep up with what I can do in Excel. So even the free version online of Excel does really well. So I've tried the workarounds. I posted my question in a LibreOffice forum about 6 months ago on a problem I encountered, and they showed me a workaround. It was just too much to do, so I stuck with Excel. Now, that's not to say I don't like Linux and all this. No, I do like Linux, I do like Mac, I do like Windows. To be honest, my saying for me is I hate all operating systems equally. I get frustrated with Linux, I get frustrated with Windows, I get frustrated with Mac. So, there you have it. Now, this is a Kanban chart, so kind of the same thing, but right here what I like, give it a second, is you can click here, and I've got backlog, to do, in progress, or done. And I like seeing this. I don't like seeing the whole start end thing. Like with a rocket build, that's too much because so much can go wrong. Literally, the only thing I need to know is, hey, in 6 months is launch date. From there, I can work. I don't need all this other stuff. So, then assignee, who's doing what, current status, and progress to do, done, whatever. This is a Kanban chart. This is so much better than a WBS to me. So WBS is a lot of BS for me. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, so then what if I wanted a timeline that was over here that shows how close I am to being done? Yeah, I have in progress, but what percentage am I in that progress? Well, that would be something called a Gantt chart. You can make one in Excel, but, like, see right here, how it shows all the progress. This is it still has start and end date, which kind of bugs me. So this is your WBS right here, and then it tracks it here. Now you can add something similar like this on the right hand side to a Kanban. I haven't done it. I just don't see the need for it at the moment. I would like to, but one day I'll get there. You can find templates. Just go to more templates. Yeah, Gantt project planner, data tracking, Gantt chart, agile Gantt, simple Gantt chart. Though they get a little complicated, so what I recommend is using something called Gantt Project, and it's open source. Yeah, right here, Gantt Project. Did I spell it right? No, it's 2 T's, not 2 N's, my bad. And it's completely open source. I don't even know if I have it on here. Oh, I do, look at that. I forget which applications I have on what machine I'm using. So, give it a second to load, because I'm trying to do 50 things at once. My computer's not having a good day. So, okay. Alright, now that it's loaded, not going to say it took 20 minutes. It is Windows. It's going to take a while. Here's what it looks like. On the left side, I've got my phases, and then each subphase, subtask, whatever you want to call it, and then it just puts a timeline. Resource chart, you can put project manager and all this other stuff. This is not a rundown tutorial on how to use the program. You'll have to do that on your own, but this is a good program to use, so I recommend it. Okay, so with that in mind, we've done the Gantt chart, WBS, and the Kanban chart. Project Charter, just in case you don't know what that is. There's a template in the ISSAF that I showed last time, but let's just look one up. Go to images. So, something, I don't know, this one looks good. Something simple. Project name, project manager name, organization name, key stakeholders somewhere along here. We already went over what key stakeholders are, and then what ad hoc members are. Excuse me. So this will be signed by every one of the key stakeholders, and yeah, so many different types of project charters, deliverables, what's going to be turned in at the end of the project, etc., etc., etc. Okay, with that in mind, we need to talk about the virtual lab. So, in Google, if you type in DICE S1.100 SourceForge, this top one, Virtual Hacking Lab, you're going to want to download, at least for what I'm doing, I'm going to try out the 1.100 ISO, and then I'll move to the 1.110. I think this is its IP address, so 192.168.1.100. We'll find out when we test it. That's my guess. So these are from SourceForge. They are clean. I've used them. Now, if you don't trust them, that's fine. We can do this. Wayback Machine. You'll go here, then you'll type in hacking, dojo.com, and you'll browse the history, and then it will come up with URLs. And right here you can find them all right here. Let's look at this one, .iso. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. So you'll notice I'm going to go through August 31st, and I'm going to click on the 1035 timestamp. Let's see what it does. This actually might download it. Okay, so yeah, it'll just hit save as, and it will download it. These are the same ones that are on SourceForge, so there you go. Okay, then you're going to either use VMware Player or VirtualBox. Now note to users using VM Player. Yes, the 1.100 is its IP address, so you have to make sure that your attacking machine is in the same network. It is very difficult with Player to change your network settings. Is this one off? Is any of them off? No. Okay. I'll just show you real quick. I won't be able to edit anything, but if you go to network, see where it says NAT? If you click this, you'll notice there's no options to change the IP address range in the subnet. It's not in there. So you kind of have to hack VM Player legally, and it is legal. So what you want to do is you want to go and download the newest version of VMware Workstation, like not the commercial free, but the paid version. You get a 30-day trial. So yes, you want to download the commercial version. So what's going to happen is it's going to download this exe. What you're going to do next is you're going to install 7-zip. It is a archive program. You're going to right click and you're going to extract the .exe here to wherever your working folder is. And then you're going to go inside, okay, and you're going to browse. I don't think I still have it in here. Okay, yeah, vmnet config.exe. You're going to copy this, and then you're going to paste it in your actual install folder of VM Player. Because what that's going to do, VM Player, VMware, VMnet. So, once it's pasted right here, now you can double click it. You're going to hit VMNAT. You want to do the NAT. You'll notice it has the subnet range right here, and just go change settings, hit yes, click again, and now you can edit your subnet range. So this is very important to do, or you will not be able to use VM Player to attack the box. Okay, so now you have your server to attack. Now you just need your attacking OS. I'm using Parrot. You can use Kali, and I've used Kali, but this time around I've decided I want to try Parrot just to see what it's like. So I'm using Parrot. Now remember, this is not a tutorial. This is just me doing a pen test to see if I can figure it out based off of the books I've been reading and based off of some other stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's show you. Do I want to show you this yet? Yeah, you know what? I might show you in the next video anyway. But for right now, this is what. I just name it DICE Level 1. You know, just call it whatever you will. I'm not going to show you how to install it. That'll be on you guys. So let's give it a second to resume. Okay. So, basic username root, password TOR, does not let you in. That's good. We don't know, is it admin? Admin? Nope. We don't know the login. Our goal is to get a login, then enumerate that user, try to get root access, and then I think that's it. I think it's just to get root access. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Remember, this is in a virtual lab, so it's completely ethical. Speaking of that, let's talk about some legal issues here. Now, up here, go to Nmap book. Okay. This gentleman who wrote Nmap, I don't know if he actually is the author of Nmap, but he wrote a book. He probably is the author of Nmap. And you can buy it for about $50 on Amazon, but he also supplies a free copy available free online, but it's the first 18 chapters. Plenty to do, even advanced topics. Right here, let's open in a new tab. Okay, so just so much information. I mean, even solutions, find all servers. Like it seems like there's even homework questions. Let's look at this. I've never seen this. Identifying dangerous hosts. Nmap service. Interesting. I'm going to read this. I did not know. I don't know what it means, but I mean, I didn't know that he had homework problems and is giving a solution or like problem examples. So, awesome book. Where is legal issues? Legal. Okay, the phases of an Nmap scam. Legal issues. Okay, read this. I recommend it. Apparently there's been issues with scanning public networks, which I agree. Don't do that. I wouldn't want someone doing that to my network. That would, especially if I'm trying to make money. I'd be like, come on, bro. Seriously, really, my guy. Why would you do this? So you can use this one, scanme.nmap.org. You can commercially scan this. Yes, welcome to. Okay. You can literally scan this, and you'd be completely fine. Okay, yes, Fyodor. Looks like, or Fyodor. Kind of like Theo, but with Theo. I don't know. Anyway, fun fact. In his book, I don't know if it was his book I was reading or something else, but he used to give conferences on how to use Nmap. And in his book, he gives examples. Okay, use Nmap space -S capital T space and then www.target.com. And he was just using the word target. What is the word? Not obliviously, not anonymously, not just as an example. Like, this is where you would put your target website. And this gentleman came up to him and was like, hey, I really liked your conference, really love your book. I'm also a cybersecurity analyst and network engineer. I do it commercially for a Fortune 500 company. I do have some information for you. I think you really, in your book, need to change it from, where it says target.com to something else. And Fyodor was just kind of laughing and was just like, okay, yeah, whatever, Not like brushed him off, but was just like, meh, I'll think about it. Until the gentleman gave him a card that said IT security something or another for www.target.com, as in the grocery store and clothing store. Some people call it Target, but it's Target, the big red circle with the dog, And then he realized, oh crap, I've got to update this immediately. So he did, and then he created this website for people to scan. So please just scan this one or your own systems, and you're going to get different results when you scanme.nmap.org because so many people are scanning it. Excuse me, the ports do shut down. It's almost like a mini denial of service because there's so much throughput and requests going on. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I'll remember to do this, but I want to show I think what's fun is to use Nmap while running Wireshark. I've done that a couple times, and the output you get from the packets going through is really interesting. You really see how Nmap works. You're like, oh, wow. And if you want to learn more about that, I am not a sponsor, but I recommend a gentleman's course. His name is Chris. It's on Udemy, or Udemy, whatever you want to call it. And it was a good price when I got it. It was on sale for $15, but he shows this very thing using Nmap with Wireshark. I highly recommend it. Great course. Just, it's really nice to see how Nmap works. Okay, let's see. Did I cover everything I've learned today? Wayback Machine. I already went over project management stuff. Oh, reports. Reports. Let's look up. I'll show you what a report should look like. This is for a rocket build, but yours is going to be very similar for a pen test. So that is a small missile I built. It'll hit. That one's not very high, half a mile. It's about 5 feet in height. The motor that pushes this is almost 2 feet in length. Oh no, this one's only a foot in length. The 1.5 mile motor is about 2 feet in length and 38 millimeters in diameter. It's a big motor. So you'll have a table of contents, introduction, resources, basic design requirements. However, it's going to most likely either follow the format in the ISSAF that I showed, or if you can come up with your own, that's good, such as those 5 project management things, following that, and then doing subcategories in each one of those where your pen test would follow. Do not forget to list the 7 steps of a pen test. And in those, don't forget to list the phases of Nmap scanning, document everything. Take screenshots of everything. The appendix is where you're going to put all your screenshots, and your any type of math or any type of that information is going there. In the bulk of the report, you're going to put things like, we did this scan, this is what it showed, this is the vulnerability, and this is our advice of how to mitigate it. And like I said, don't be rude in the report. Don't be like, so-and-so has a ghetto password, they're stupid, you should fire them. Just be like, users have bad passwords, please enforce a stricter policy, something like that. Or just be completely biased, but upfront, doesn't need to be mean. There's a lot of mean people in this world. We don't need to keep feeding the beast. I mean, it's not hard to be nice. People may piss us off and frustrate us, and we just want to squeeze their little necks. But you know what? There's no need. It's okay. Just breathe. Just do some box breathing. Just breathe. Pet a kitty. Pet a dog. Go shoot some guns. I like to shoot guns, not at people. I go target practicing, not at people. Just go set up a round target and just go enjoy. Or if it means go sitting by a campfire and making s'mores, just go relax. That's my advice. Okay, so you can see how this report works. I'm not even done with this build, and I'm only 37 pages. This is outdated. My other one's 59 pages, and I'm still not done with it. But anyways, la-di-da-di-da. What is this? Oh yeah, that was tough to do. Okay, so, going through, I show all the pictures within this. This is how I just do my reports. Like I said, this is just a prototype and a test. This was just a test of a high-powered rocket. My other ones go like 20,000 feet. My friend on my team, we hit 60 miles. We hit the Kármán line at 63 miles. That's 293,000 feet. So yeah, here in Utah, West Desert. So math, if you're interested, but you don't need to go through all of this. Oh, mind mapping. This is awesome. Try to find a way. There's a software called FreeMind. I don't know if it exists anymore. It used to back in the early 2000s. But a mind map, this, you just put a center thing, like mine says rocket build. Let's zoom in. Okay, rocket build, and then just everything that just came to my mind. So mind map is the one I used. So, you know, I mean, Ashby charts for material selection, material testing, matrices, simulations, all the math, differential equations, you know, dual deployment with a Jolly Logic, bet. Fin flutter, these are fiberglass. This rocket hit Mach 3 off the launch pad, and that's fiberglass. Was it Mach 3? I gotta see. This one should have been Mach 3, yes. So I know this video is not supposed to be about a rocket build. I'm just showing you how a report should look. This one, all my images are in the report, not in the appendix, because the images are so important for a rocket build. It would really suck trying to go back and forth. Now, there is a way you can put the images right in line with a pen test, like how I've done this rocket build. Just be very careful how you do it. Make sure you label your images, tables, you know, just be professional. Try not to use too many fancy words. So, yeah. Anyway, okay, that is how a report should look. Also, double check ISSAF for any documentation. For report building, there should be a section in there. Okay, from right here, I'm going to call it good, and I think the next video we're going to start, I'm going to start doing my pen test, and you can follow along, and let's see how good we do. So anyways, thank you for watching.